Good morning, everyone. 9 a.m., 48 degrees on this Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve. Patrick's up on the roof. Patrick, how Buffalo is this, that we're starting Thanksgiving Eve at 50 degrees and we're ending with a lake effect snowstorm?
Yeah, that's, you go back in the annals of Buffalo history, though, this hasn't happened very often on Thanksgiving. Yeah, November storms are not uncommon,
right.
But yeah, to affect today, tomorrow, the heart of the holiday, yeah, it's something.
Yeah, and typically, this type of snow in Buffalo, 4 inches of snow in a few hours is not crazy. A foot of snow in the southern tier in snow country, ski country isn't crazy either, but it's just the timing of it really couldn't be worse with people either trying to get out of town or just travel within town for, those in the southern tier who want to come up and run the turkey trot tomorrow, or for those who want to go out tonight or still need to go to the grocery store. The timing really just isn't going to be great. So if you can run your errands right now, this is the time to do it, right?
Well said, yes. And it's the wind, Melissa. That is going to be, I think, the bigger story.
Could you imagine those poor folks who are hosting 20 people for Thanksgiving and they lose their power tomorrow?
Oh, man. Oh, that's that. Okay. How do you improvise? What do you turkey
order
in
a
the
pizza.
Oven. What do you do? You order pizza.
Or you go out for Chinese food.
But are those places open?
I don't know. Well, on Christmas, they always say it's open, like Chinese places are open. Yeah. So maybe they're open on Thanksgiving.
Nothing says Thanksgiving like a little pad thai, but maybe that's what you got to do.
Yeah, let's just cross our fingers and hope that doesn't happen. But I mean, we're talking about the wind picking up this afternoon and this evening, but it'll still be windy tomorrow too.
Yeah, it will be very windy today. This afternoon, the wind is beginning to pick up now, but the wind really starts to howl this afternoon and this evening and tonight. Heavy wind tonight with the lake effect snow moving through during the overnight tonight. Even this evening, lake effect snow showers tomorrow, and then Friday, snow showers, Saturday dry, rain and snow Sunday. So look at the front that's now moving through Erie, Pennsylvania. That's the leading edge of the cold air. That line of showers, I know it looks rather thin, but that will pack a little bit of a punch. Some gusty rain showers rolling through. There you can see right around midday. Yeah, they're on the move. So that'll get your attention. That's at around noon. 11:30 to noon. Behind that, the temperature drops, and so that by this afternoon, we are in the low 40s. We're going to get into the mid 50s before that. Tomorrow morning, by the way, we'll put this all in motion in just a moment. Heavy lake effect snow, South Towns, southern tier, and it's thumping in Wyoming County, down into Jamestown, Sherman, towards Cassadaga, Fredonia, Irving, and then tomorrow afternoon, it's really settled into ski country, southern Erie County, Chautauqua, Cattaraugus, even Allegheny counties too, where you're going to get the snow and the little bit of a break come Buffalo. However, there still will be the wind. Here's future look there, those gusty rain showers moving through. Here comes the lake effect rain and snow, and then lake effect snow focused right over the city, and wind this evening and tonight. That could cause, some local power outages. And then the snow slides south into ski country. This is the area that could get over a foot of snow down into the southern tier. Notice not as much falling tomorrow, but it'll be cold and blustery for Buffalo and for those turkey trotters. Weather impact alert today for the gusty winds. Tomorrow for the snow and blowing snow. Again, most of Buffalo's accumulation comes tonight, and then a little more Thursday night into Friday. Snow showers, as you can see. Saturday, mainly dry. Our next system is a little warmer. It's a rain and snow mix for Sunday. That's a system to watch, actually, with some snow possibly into Monday as well. So, yes, just got 20 people. Oh, man. Hopefully the bar's open, to keep things, I mean, that's a big crowd.
The bar at the house?
The bar at the house.
Okay.
Keep them in,
Yeah.
But yeah, heads up for that kind of situation.
Yeah, and speaking of bars tonight, you gotta be careful if you're going out tonight because of the weather, and also people who have had too much to drink should not be driving. But those poor Uber and Lyft drivers tonight will be so busy taking people from bar to bar and have to deal with the heavy snow and the wind tonight.
That's true.
So if you can stay in, maybe change your plans. Do what Lance Mellon is doing and bake a couple apple crisps tonight instead of going out.
Our wholesome little lad, right? We all want to live. Everybody needs a Lance Mellon in their life, right?
Everybody needs a Lance in their life.
Right. All right. Well, we'll track that snow. Again, it could be heavy tonight, Melissa.
And by the way, you and I, Patrick, are both doing Channel 2 News midday at 11 a.m. today on Channel 2. And then we've got our noon streaming newscast right here on WGRZ Plus.
Yeah.
You and I will be covering that as the rain starts to move into the area and the wind starts to pick up. So for those of you who are watching us now, be sure to tune into us later today as well. Patrick, thank you. Come down off the roof. And now let's talk to Lance and Apple Crisp and everything. The roads are looking really A-okay right now. Not too much Thanksgiving traffic out there. And a lot of kids off from school and perhaps people off from work, starting some cooking a little early for Thanksgiving. But that's the 90 right there between the 33 and Walden. It's just fine. And let's check in with Lance to see how other highways are moving across Western New York. Lance, you were supposed to go to Pittsburgh with your fiance. What did you decide to do tonight?
Yeah, that's right. So we were actually supposed to go tomorrow. We were going to split the day in half. We were going to be with my family until about 3 or 4 o'clock and then travel down the 90 to the 79 right in that band where the snow's hitting to get to Sharon, Pennsylvania, just north of Pittsburgh. And yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm about 85% sure we're going to have to just postpone it maybe till the weekend, maybe Friday night, maybe Saturday morning, because, I mean, I think that's what a lot of folks might have to do. I mean, travels tonight or tomorrow morning, you might have to reschedule because even though we're in Buffalo, we're used to it. It could be messy with all those holiday travelers for sure. So my plans have changed. So I'm sure a lot of folks are dealing with the same thing.
Yeah, it might be a last-minute call for a lot of folks about whether it looks bad, but you got to figure out, look at the radar, the Storm Team 2 app, and see where the radar is for your destination of where you're traveling. And tonight you said your friends wanted to go out, and you're going to be making those apple crisp tonight, and you're going to stay in where it's nice and warm and
yes,
get to work in the kitchen.
Yeah, and I know I might not be alone, whether it's last minute errand shopping. A lot of folks, if they do have to work today, they're planning on going out maybe 6:30, 7 o'clock, going to Tops or Wegmans, wherever, and it could be a little messy at that time. So we've kind of been watching the camera, seeing if maybe there's an influx of volume with folks trying to get those errands done early. Haven't really been seeing too much. It's been a really easy drive, but that's not a bad idea to just kind of hunker down tonight and just be prepped for tomorrow morning, if you do have to leave the house, you just want to be ready for it and well rested. I don't want to stay up till 3 a.m. At Allentown when I have to be up early tomorrow, that's for sure.
Now, let's talk real quickly about the 190, the southbound, the bridge that goes over Niagara Falls Boulevard. What's the latest with that right now, Lance? And especially for folks who might want to do some Black Friday shopping at the fashion outlets, that's right around there.
Yeah, that's right. I really wish we had a timetable of when this could be reopened. I know we're going to get some updates of a potential, a partial reopening so that folks can at least go through that section of the 190 South. But as of now, still completely closed. And, periodically we've been seeing a long line at this Niagara Falls Boulevard exit. That's what you have to take for that short detour. You wait at that signal. If you're familiar with the area, all you have to do is cross Niagara Falls Boulevard to get right back on the 190 South in that spot. So it certainly could be busy. A lot of folks from Canada come into the States to shop at the outlet mall or travel down the 190 South to get to the Galleria Mall or down to downtown Buffalo. So it's something we'll be watching. I'll be in tomorrow morning to just make sure everything, is flowing smoothly. But also the spot that's slowing down a lot as well is Niagara Falls Boulevard. This is actually eastbound. So this is just before the 190 heading towards the outlet mall. And this spot really gets backed up for the afternoon. You got a long line here, but because that left lane is closed, they got crews actively working on the scene. They might be taking the day off tomorrow, but that truck will remain there, and that lane closure is really slowing folks down throughout the day. So you can expect some extended delays through the Niagara Falls area for sure, and unfortunately, no timetable of when that'll be reopened on the 190 South. Okay,
and Lance, one more thing. For the city of Buffalo itself, for the Turkey Trot tomorrow, Delaware Avenue obviously will be closed all the way from North Buffalo at the YMCA all the way down to downtown Buffalo, Niagara Square, around the convention center. Those roads will be closed. Those aren't going to close off until tomorrow morning, though, right?
Right.
Yeah, and then, of course, the crews are going to be busy clearing the roads of this snow tonight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was just talking to NITEC, and they said that most salting crews, at least in the ski country, are getting started, or ski areas, I guess, down in Cattaraugus County are starting around maybe 4 or 5 o'clock. So they're already getting those roads salted pretty early in preparation for, of course, tomorrow morning in and around downtown Buffalo. We're going to have salters really all over the place, but it's kind of starting south and working upward to get the roads cleared. But yeah, 5 a.m., that's the earliest closure of Franklin Street, that short stretch between Court and West Mohawk, and then Delaware from Kenmore to Hurdle, like you mentioned, that starts at 5:30. And then those rolling closures, you know, for these races, we're pretty used to it by now. The spots just kind of close as the race starts at 9 a.m., but at 8:30, that's when we start seeing Delaware Avenue, Hurdle Avenue, Niagara Square, all those spots start to close up. So it's going to be busy for parking. It's going to be tough travel conditions. So, you know, if you're close by, you can walk there, but yeah, Uber and Lyfts are going to be pretty expensive. They're going to be at a premium tomorrow morning. If you want to take public transit, you certainly can, because they are running. They'll be running on a Sunday schedule. They are going to be rerouted a little bit, so you want to visit metro.nfta.com for the full list there. But it's going to be awfully busy, but hopefully everything you know, can go well. We have a lot of finishers tomorrow that can just, you know, handle through the snow and get there safely. We just really want that to be the main priority.
Yeah, I will be there amongst them. We'll see if all 14,000 show up, or if they're going to be saying, you know what, this seems like a really good year to stay in and watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and the dog show instead. Yeah. All right, Lance, thank you so much. Good luck with the Apple Crisp. Good luck with your travel plans, and happy Thanksgiving to you. All right, and we are in the midst of a record-breaking travel rush for Thanksgiving, especially in the air. But some 82 million Americans will be reaching their destinations within the next 24 hours. And AAA says today could continue to be one of the busiest when it comes to air travel. But Mother Nature may also be throwing a monkey wrench into things, as we've been talking about. And Daybreak's Natalie Foss was at the Buffalo airport earlier this morning.
Well, it's the busiest travel day of the year. AAA is projecting that 6 million people will be traveling by air. And here at the Buffalo Niagara International Airport, things seem to be going smoothly. Right now, we don't have any delays or cancellations, and there doesn't seem to be too much foot traffic here. It seems to be smooth sailing, and it has all morning. It's gotten busy at points, but for the most part, travelers seem to be getting on their way and heading to where they need to be going to have that Thanksgiving feast. Now, we do have some winter weather coming, and there is a chance that that could impact your travel. So AAA is recommending that you get to the airport early, give yourself plenty of time to get through security, and make sure that you can make other arrangements just in case there are some sort of delays, cancellations, or anything that has to do with the weather, or just because it is a super busy travel day. Some good news though is we spoke to some families here at the airport yesterday, and they said that everything has been smooth sailing for them.
So the Buffalo airport is wonderful. They're pretty efficient. Everything is on time. We came a little bit early expecting that it's going to be chaotic, but it was a breeze. Going in, easy check-in, all that, especially before a very long flight. No stress, so that's a good thing.
Now, if you are part of the 90% of travelers that are hitting the roads this Thanksgiving, you're going to want to make sure that your tires are in great shape, your car is in working order, you got a full tank of gas, and that your battery is nice and charged just in case you do hit any winter weather, or especially if you hit some of that Thanksgiving traffic as you travel to your destination. Sunday and Monday are looking like they're going to be the busiest return days, so if you have a little extra time to spare, then you might want to either consider extending your trip and coming back on Tuesday, and then you'll also avoid some of that winter weather that's going to be hitting on Sunday, or you might want to come back a day early and head back home on Saturday. On your side at the Buffalo Niagara International Airport, Natalie Foss, Channel 2 News.
Lucky that things are smooth sailing in the skies this morning in Buffalo. Well, with the winter weather on the way, though, be sure to download the 2 On Your Side app if you haven't already. With it, you can get the 7-day forecast, live radar, and all those weather impact alerts right on your phone. It's free to download right now on the App Store and Google Play. And stay with us. We'll talk bills and savers and much more weather coming up right after the break. Welcome back, everybody. It might not be the sexiest signing, but the Bills are getting some more help at wide receiver. The team signed veteran free agent Brandon Cooks. Gosh, like 5 years ago, he was like the #1 person on my fantasy team.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
So did McCole Hardman? He's put on IR.
He's on IR.
He played for a cup of coffee.
I know.
He and what's his name?
Curtis Samuel?
Hoyt.
Oh, Hoyt.
Yeah.
Yes.
We had him for like 4 plays. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So that's why we need a wide receiver. So, yeah, Brandon Cooks is a speedy receiver who could fill the role that McCole Hardman was supposed to play. He's on IR. He had that calf injury in the first game that he played, a couple snaps, and then he was done.
I think he's played on every team in the NFL, by the way.
Seems that way.
Right.
Brandon Cooks, by the way, was signed to the active roster, which means we could see him play with the Bills on Sunday against the Steelers. And while he doesn't have the speed that he once did, he's still a proven deep threat with plenty of experience. He's had 6 seasons where he topped 1,000 yards receiving, and his presence should provide more stability to a receiving core that's dealing with Curtis Samuel being injured. Questions about Keon Coleman and Gabe Davis still getting acclimated. What is the latest with Keon Coleman? Do we know?
I don't know if he's a scratch or not. All signs are pointing to it, but I don't know.
I have no idea.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
We don't know why he's still sitting. We don't know how long he's going to sit.
No, don't know.
Yeah. All right, on the defensive side of things, the Bills are having another reunion with former first-round pick Shaq Lawson. He's like that guy at Thanksgiving that just always shows up.
Yep, I know.
The defensive end is joining the practice squad. It's his 3rd stint with the Bills. He was drafted by them in 2016. He also played for the team in 2023, I should say. I'm sorry, 2023. He had 24 sacks in 81 career games with the Bills. So there he is again, Shaq Lawson. I keep on following him and unfollowing him and following and unfollowing on social because it's like he's with the team and now he's not. So yeah, he's back.
And Jordan Phillips is back, and LaShawn McCoy's coming back. No, I'm kidding. Well, we've got Poyer. We've got all of these veterans from the Bills, and maybe they know the system. They know how to get to the stadium. I mean, sometimes familiarity can be a good thing, especially if they're new.
Right, and it does say something that these players want to come back to the Bills. I mean, at least a good team to play for. But this is a really important game. They all are toward the end of the season now. But if the Bills do not come out with a win from Pittsburgh on Sunday, I don't know.
Well, I think you can kiss the 1 seed goodbye.
Yeah.
I don't think if they lose, they're out of the playoffs. But that's certainly not going to help. But yeah, you got Aaron Rodgers back. They need the win too.
Right.
So.
And you just don't know what Bills team you're going to get. I mean, the Bills team
I think they know.
Was crushed by Miami.
That team can't show up. No. I mean, come on. We got to 4:30, 4:25 kickoff.
4:25
we're going to know in the evening how we're doing. But yeah, this is a must-win game, I think.
Weather-wise, for folks who might be thinking of driving to Pittsburgh for that game, they'll probably drive on Saturday, maybe drive early Sunday morning.
Saturday looks fine. Sunday, I think there will be some snow mixed with a little rain, kind of sloppy on Sunday. I don't think it'll make for terrible travel, but it will be wintry on Sunday if you're traveling there, and then even coming back into early Monday.
Okay. So. And today in Pittsburgh, by the way, the Sabres are playing tonight. So they're going for 3 in a row. It would be really nice if they could string together a little winning streak.
Have we done 3 in a row yet? Have the Sabres done 3 in a row?
Not in a long time. Okay. But they are 4 for 5 right now.
Yeah.
11 minutes. Dayside editorial meeting.
Oh, you've got an editorial
meeting.
Why is it
talking to me?
I don't.
Sometimes your phone recites what it's the text. I didn't ask for it to do that. Sorry. Carry on.
Let's take a break. Let's figure out your phone, and we'll come back with a little bit more weather right after this. You good?
Yeah, it just started.
11 minutes. Welcome back. 9:22 on Daybreak, 51 degrees, and Daybreak loves celebrating the people who help Buffalo live up to its reputation as the city of good neighbors. And this morning, we're introducing you to a Lockport woman who turned a life-threatening diagnosis into a mission to help so many kids each year. At the Keenan Center, you'll find the COO, Leah Sabrowski, leading with gratitude and passion and purpose. She's one of the selfless among us.
Hustle, hustle, hustle.
Most afternoons, you'll find Leah Sabrowski in the gym, coaching,
swing,
cheering,
atta girl,
and helping young athletes grow.
Ball goes flying, at least you're trying.
It's the heart of the Keenan Center's ACRES program.
ACRES stands for Arts, Culture, Recreation, Education, and Sports. I'll always teach them a sports skill, but they're also always learning a life skill.
Try your best.
We really focus on the process rather than the outcome.
Her players feel that difference right away.
Coach Leah is just like this very happy person. She's happy to be here with all these kids. She's really kind and she helps me understand volleyball. She doesn't make it hard, she makes it easy.
Push through the ball.
Before Leah was shaping young athletes, she was one herself, starring on the basketball court at SUNY Geneseo. But during her junior year, her life changed almost overnight. Leah suddenly became sick, and doctors discovered she was in liver failure.
They actually saw that my liver enzymes looked like that of a 60-year-old alcoholic, and I was only 20 years old at the time.
Within months, she needed a transplant.
On March 2nd of 2013, I received my liver transplant and second chance at life.
That second chance reshaped everything, her priorities, her purpose, and her determination to help others. And she became a fierce advocate for organ donation.
It's just incredible that my life today is incredible because one person made the most selfless decision they could make.
The gratitude she carries every day fuels the work she does at the Keenan Center, ensuring every child has a safe place to play, grow, and belong.
The passion that Leah brings every day is what makes me want to be here, because it makes me be passionate about what we're doing.
You know, seeing her go through all of those trials and tribulations and just getting back on her feet to walk again, to see her doing this and giving back to that next generation, it's full circle.
Just try your best, all right? That's all Coach cares about.
A life saved, now paying it forward every single day.
The chance to give back to the community that gave me so much, there's no job that's more fulfilling than that.
1, 2, 3, team! You guys are the best. Thank you!
Leah's such a great coach, but she does so much for the Keenan Center too. As the COO there, she runs lots of different programs, and it's also a community center, so lots of people in the community can come there and have activities and participate in things. But one of the really special things that the Keenan Center does this time of year, starting this week, is they've got their Letters to Santa mailbox where kids can put in their letters to Santa, and they will receive a personalized letter back to them from Santa, from the Keenan Center. So lots of things that happen there that Leah oversees. But she grew up in Lockport. She said she's had so much support from the community when she was going through her transplant. And this is her way of giving back. It's like a love letter for her to be able to give back to her community in this way. She's such a great coach and an inspiration. And if her story sounds familiar, this having a liver transplant at the age of 20 as a college athlete, it sounds like the girl who was recently in the news, the swimmer from North Tonawanda that we've been talking about, Meredith Roberts, who needed that liver transplant. And, well, they had this same rare disease, this Wilson's disease. 1 in 40,000 young people are diagnosed with it because your mother and your father's a carrier. You live with it all of your life. You don't know that you have it until you're in your teens or your 20s. And by the point that it shows up, it's almost too late and you need a liver transplant. Leah's story is so similar to Meredith, who just had that liver transplant last weekend. On Saturday, she had the liver transplant. And also similar about looking for the donor. They wanted a living donor to donate part of their liver. The liver can regenerate, so you donate part of your liver, it grows back if you're a living donor. Well, just like Meredith experienced now, Leah had the same thing where Leah's dad was actually going through the process of donating his liver, but it takes so long for the donor to be able to have the medicine and everything needed to give a liver. So it was taking too long. She needed it sooner. She was put to the top of the list and she received a cadaver liver, which is exactly what happened with Meredith. Long story short, Leah's family has now reached out to Meredith's family to say, you know, we've been through this, we know what you're going through, if we can help you out in any way, lend you some advice about having this organ transplant. So it's really amazing to see these two families coming together over such a rare, awful disease. But Leah is an example of being able to survive and live a long and healthy life after having this transplant, so that should be very inspiring to Meredith, who is still recovering right now in Pittsburgh. So just love wrapping this all together.
Absolutely. That's a great story.
Yeah, really, really great. And so if you'd like more information about the Keenan Center and about organ donation, you can click on this story on our website, WGRZ.com.
I didn't realize the liver just regenerates. I mean, that's, I mean, I know it can heal, but it can actually like grow new.
Your liver grows back. And so that's why a lot of people who don't realize that you can be a living donor. So I've done a lot of stories about living donors for kidneys because you've got 2 of them, but the liver is also an organ that you can be a living donor. And also it's important to have that conversation. This is another message that Leah wanted to pass along. Have that conversation when you're healthy and when you're young. Let your loved ones, your parents, your spouse know, your children know what your wishes are for when you do pass, or if you pass suddenly. Do you want to be a living donor? Do you want to be a donor when you pass? And it's so easy to check it off on your New York driver's license to say, yes, I want to be an organ donor and give the gift of life.
I don't know if I clicked that. I think I did.
Yeah.
But you can.
You
It's very
can.
good.
And when
Yeah.
you renew your license, make
100%.
sure you just check
I mean, yeah, you can help another life.
help so many
Yeah.
lives. And so Leah lives her life with such gratitude to the donor's family who made that decision to let their loved one be an organ donor. It was really, really special. And she says, like, every day she just thinks about that family. She never met her donor family, but she says she lives a healthy lifestyle and tries to live to be a good person, knowing that she also wants to make that family proud. She's just awesome. She's really great. I love this series, The Selfless Among Us, meeting wonderful people in our community who do such great things, and celebrating the good people in our community. A lot of people say the news is all bad, but then you see and you meet someone like Leah Sabrowski, and it's like, no, there's a lot of good to celebrate here in Western New York, especially around the holidays and Thanksgiving. A lot to be thankful for.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Not thankful for the weather.
I think it's kind of cool. I mean, just to have the snow, it makes it all festive and nice. But if you're traveling, yes, it could be very tricky. And, some whiteout conditions are possible in some areas tonight and into tomorrow.
All right, we will be back on Channel 2 at 11 a.m. with another update on the forecast. Bye, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving.